Alright, so in this video, we're going to be working on the attack animations and the logic behind that. First thing that you need to do is going and making an input action and having it like main attack or attack 1. However many attacks you have, you can determine what you'd like to name this and putting it to whatever you'd like. I have it on mouse button, just a left click, and we trigger this once it's started. We want to run a branch check on character movement if he's moving on the ground. Now remember, this was made up here by onPossesses, getting the player character, getting their character movement, and setting that to a variable, just making an easy reference. Secondly, I did change something from the last video. I moved, originally this cast to PaperZD character was within here, but I moved it to over here. So every time we possess a new pawn, like this, we will then cast and set this to a variable, making it an easy reference instead of having to pull from this or do weird things. We now just have, or casting again, we now just have this reference. And so over here, like I said, we do the check, then we create a variable called attacking, and we want to check if it's not attacking. I like to do this just because it keeps things nice and straight, nice and flat. You could just do it as attacking. If this is false, then we want to set attacking to true and jump to the node. I'm going to do it like this though, just to make it look a little pretty. So whenever we're not attacking, when that's true, if we've clicked this, we want to be attacking now, and we will jump to the jump name attack in the state machine. Sorry. You can specify state machines if you have multiple state machines. This was in here. This is an entire state machine, so you can have multiple, but for now we'll only just focus on one. So we'll perform a jump, and I've named my jump attack in a non-specified state machine using the previously mentioned PaperZD character reference that was right here in possesses. And perfect. Now we just need to hop over into the actual character animation blueprint. If we go back into locomotion, I have created the identically named attack jump that was right here. Jump to node attack. Here it is. So when we jump to this node, we're going to connect it to a animation called attacking, in which we play without looping an attack animation. Now, we then connect this over here, and for the transition rule, it will be time remaining on that flipbook, so attack. Once that's equal to 0, then we can transition out of it into just the basic idle. And now there's also some other things to do. So we're exiting attacking and into idle. We no longer are attacking, so somehow we need to set this variable to be false. So that's done pretty simply. There's a thing called a callback within PaperZD, and we can just put on state exit. So when we leave this state, when we are transitioning out of it, it will call this event called attack complete. I've named it attack complete because if we come into the event graph, just delete that, I went and I made a custom event and I named it attack complete. Now, in the previous videos, I have talked about the reference for the main player controller. It's done right here by getting the player controller, casting to it, and just setting it as a variable. And now we have the stored variable of attacking that was in here. We can now set it to false. And that will cause, so once we leave here, that variable will now be false, and we will no longer be stuck in attacking or anything. There we go. The only other thing going on is, as we can see, I'm moving while I'm attacking. This can work for some animations potentially, but for this one specifically, it does not have, a moving attacking animation. So what I will do is hop into here, scroll up to my left and right player movement, and just have a branch that is checking if we're not attacking. So we can move whenever we're not attacking. I'm attacking, I cannot move. There we go. Now I can move. If I start attacking, I will stop moving. And in similar light, the is moving on ground check makes so I can't attack in the air. And that can be used to allow for some type of air attacks by using this false. If you have any types of air attacks, you could then do a same kind of similar thing, but jump to maybe an air attack jump. Anyways, that should be it for this video. So we have gone over the just jump to attack, gone over callbacks and what those are, and just kind of some branch controls for movement and such. Thank you for watching, and as always, leave any questions you got.